turned it on. So, Merry Christmas Eve. Hey, Tati. How are you going to say ow? Hey, boy with a glass heart. Hey, Shamika. Hey, Just Cookie. Oh, good evening. Hey, Saucy Vocals. I wanted to just jump on here and say thank you guys so much for all the support over the last few days. I've been pushing out a lot of content this week. I've been off in the sense of not teaching lessons, so it's kind of giving me time to rally up some more content. And I just love how much you guys are responding um, to the content I've been putting out. And I started my membership program, which is basically a hub of video content that I've created that is not just voice lessons, but ear training and chest voice lessons and ad libs. Yeah. Hey, Kenrick. It's ad libs and mindset training and all of these things that we have going on in my membership program. And there's going to be even more videos added right now. But I created that. And as part of that, we're going to be doing monthly live sessions, or I'm thinking 2 monthly live sessions. So I figured for the very first one, I could just make it completely free so that everyone can, be a part of this vocal workshop. And I'm so excited. There's actually been quite a lot of signups already. The last time I checked was a couple of hours ago, and there was already like 62 people that have registered for this vocal workshop. So that's really exciting. I just posted it, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 hours ago. So that's a blessing. I really look forward to working with you guys. And I would say the difference. Hey, Victor. I would say that the difference between what I do here on these lives and what I do in the workshops is I actually come and I teach here. It's not that I'm not teaching, but it's kind of like troubleshooting, right? I feel like a Dr. Phil. Like you tell me your problem and then I shoot an answer. In vocal classes, I'm actually teaching. Like I actually come with material. I'm prepared. I know what subject matter I'm going to teach on. And then, of course, I read the room and I take the temperature in the room, and then I answer questions, and we kind of lead in a discussion based on the things that I've taught. And so I'm excited about kind of introducing you guys to that format of me actually teaching. So yeah. Am I singing? Can you make a song request? I am so sorry. I don't think I'm singing. But I do have a holiday. I guess you could call it a project. I did 3 songs and I put them out called Delisa Christmas Unplugged. And I'm super proud of it. I truly believe it's probably the best vocal ever in life. And I'm so glad that it was caught on camera and on audio. So, let me see. Tips to clear vocal cords. Do I have any tips to clear vocal cords? I'm guessing you mean there's phlegm there. There's so many reasons why phlegm would come up in our body. Phlegm comes from sugar. Phlegm comes from grease. Phlegm comes from allergies. So it would depend, right? Sometimes you got to cut back on sugar, cut back on grease, cut back on things that produce phlegm. And then in other times you have to take some sort of antihistamine. Sometimes you got to get in front of a steamer or humidifier, whatever it is. So there's many ways depending on the cause, right? It's always good to just kind of do everything. I think phlegm comes from sugar. I could be wrong. Does phlegm come from sugar? That's a good question, because I just ate a cupcake and I feel phlegmy, but it could be not that it was sugary, but that the icing, isn't icing just lard? Icing is just lard, right? And which would make that fat. It would just make that grease, and that may be what it is. But I do know there's a lot of people who cannot sing once they have sugar. Um, Maybe it's because the sugar strips. But I appreciate you catching that because I I could be wrong. I ain't no dietitian, child. Because I wanted to be the best singer in my family. So got the 3 lessons for $100 last year, but you were sick for my first class and we never followed through. Bro, listen. Sugar increases mucus production. Okay, so I wasn't off. Perfect. Next lifetime, I'm gonna go ahead and say no. I appreciate what? Hold on. If I was sick, then I would feel like I would need to redeem. But I think the problem is I emailed every single person who once I was ready to start, I emailed all of y'all, I want to say in May, to get those lessons started. If you didn't respond, that is on you. I am not going into 2022 trying to get lessons that was paid for December of 2020 and you tried to redeem in April of 2020. You gotta cut me a break. Okay, you have sinus drainage. So sugar does produce. Okay, see, I didn't want to just be talking like, how a lot of vocal coaches be like pseudo-scientific. They don't know what they're talking about, but they're just gonna talk. I don't want to be that person. So if I can't back it up with like, wait, why do I know that? Then I'll just back off of it altogether. But that was good. Thank you guys. Okay, sugar does cause mucus at least. Okay, I thought it was just me because I just had a cupcake and I was like, look. I actually saw I Googled myself today. And that's kind of a scary thing, right? Googling yourself. You never know what you're going to get. So I Googled myself and an article came up of who are the worst YouTube teachers, YouTube vocal coaches. And I was like, oh no, my name's attached to this thread. It was in Reddit. And so I was like reading through everything. I was like, I don't see my name. I don't see my name. And they were like, who are the trustworthy vocal coaches? Because it seems like they're all just trying to size up each other and they're all just giving you 500 exercises that don't really work. They're not really teaching anything. They're all just being extra to get reactions and to get clicks because they're trying to get paid from ads and blah, blah, blah. And then I went down about 10 answers and the person said, you can't trust any of them. They're all terrible. The only person that gets my respect is Delisa Archer. He said, the only person that gets my respect is Delisa Archer because she teaches in a very natural, organic way. She doesn't claim to know everything. She actually sings really well. I was like, yes. That felt good. That felt good. That felt good. Yeah. He said, I loved your Christmas duet with the lady on Instagram. Oh, thank you, Jack. Thank you. Yeah, man. Her voice was high. I was like, I was not ready for that. I was like, Christmas time is here. Felt higher than that. Christmas time is here. It was high. I was like, dang. Thank you so much. Thank you. I have the best graphic designer ever. His name is Austin. He's been working with me for 10 years. You didn't ask for all this information, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. He was doing like Kim Kardashian's, not kidding, MySpace days. He was like 17 years old. And remember when MySpace, you could have like a personally designed MySpace? He did Kim Kardashian's. And then he went on to design. Like, I think the Jackson's nephews did an album, Tito's sons, and he did their album cover. I hooked him up with some royalty out of Dubai or somewhere, and he ended up in Elle magazine. Either way, he has been my graphic designer since he was 17 years old, and he's like darn near 30 now. He's amazing. So thank you. He does everything for me. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. What'd you say? I was about to have a fit. No, I was not in the worst section. So that was okay. I knew somebody asked me a question. So for your vocal lessons, do you do it in groups or is it individually for the first one? It really hold on one moment. You need something, babe? Yeah, of course. By the time you finish warming it up, it'll all be brown. Okay. Okay. You're welcome. So back to what I was saying for the sessions. It depends on what you pay for, right? So if you pay for private sessions, that's what you get. And then I don't actually offer group lessons, not regularly anyway. There was a point in time where I did. I offered like 6 group lessons at a time. It was actually great. Not really sure why I stopped, to be honest with you, because it was working. It did really well, actually. So that maybe, you know what? Why did I stop doing that? Why? The group lessons were amazing. I think you might have sparked something, Millie. I did not do the Tevin Campbell challenge. I didn't do it because I only have one throat and Tevin is high and I ain't got nothing to prove. Y'all already know I don't like singing high. And that's that. I think I need to start doing group classes again. There was nothing wrong with them. They were great. Oh my gosh. Why? Why did I stop? They were actually really good. I think I need to. So for real, like if I offer like group lessons that are like 12 weeks long, y'all gonna sign up? It says about she only got one throat. Yeah, that song is high. That Tevin Campbell song is high. Even when I try to sing, because I have loved that song since day one. I was alive when it came out, okay, y'all? So that song has always been just in the rafters. I was like, yeesh, yeesh. Not that I can't do it, but it doesn't sound good. No, I'm not gonna do it. No, thank you. Yes, go ahead and bring them back. I think I have to. But you already know what I'm gonna agonize over is the time. Y'all are gonna be like, well, I'm available this time. Well, I'm available this time. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Group lessons can be good interaction with other singers. Yeah. I remember like I would have maybe 25 people in the class at the time. It was a great class. I really can't think of why I stopped it. I think I need to bring it back. Now go bring it back for January. Oh my God, me, my sis, and my best friend will most definitely sign up. Look, I can't please everybody, okay? I'm only in one time zone. Y'all are in all of y'all time zones. I can offer it when I can offer it. It'll be on Zoom, so every lesson will be recorded. It'll be uploaded to YouTube. If you're not there, you can see it, but you will have paid to be in the class. And that's how we finna do that. There will always be that person trying to show everyone up. What do you mean? What do you mean? You're going to be the one in group class trying to show everybody up? Hi, Jada. The other thing I'm working on, well, that I should be working on, but I was going crazy with with social media this week, is I'm creating a product for vocal coaches who are looking to put their business on turbo. I'm creating a product for them, and it will be a mix of pedagogy classes and actual business building, helping you build your business. This is a filter, but thank you, Jada. You're seeing the filtered version of me, but thank you. Oh, okay, okay. Why don't I show more vocal training videos? Well, that's one thing that I'm going to start doing in the new year is I've already kind of set up all my I've been recording my lessons more so that I can take snippets of them and show myself actually teaching. Because I realize I mean I teach and I troubleshoot with you guys, but you don't ever actually see me in a session. And I struggle with that because I feel like lessons are private. It's like therapy to me. Like I wouldn't want my therapist recording our session and then using it for promotional purposes to show how amazing he is at therapy. So because it's a private thing, um I don't I like it's never my intention to use my clients as my promotional tools, but I also understand that in order for people to get the point that this is what I actually do every day, that um I have to show that, right? Or else you just think, I like talking about singing and then I, go work down the street at Home Depot or something. Why is my battery low? Kayla? Kayla? Can you bring my charger, please? Bring my laptop charger, please. The laptop died very quickly. Thank you. Um, look up. What kind of student did you teach that was the most challenging? Um, there's two kinds of students who are really challenging. One who can't really sing. There's the client, there's the client that isn't that talented. You have to like find a lot of different ways to say the same thing. And then there's a client who's the most challenging, who's the one with the ego. That's the most challenging client to have. Is the client that is filtering everything through what they already think about themselves. And that could be good or bad, to be honest with you. There are some certain people who are more talented than they think they are. And because of that, it takes them a long time to learn things. They just take forever. They take forever and ever and ever. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, there's the client who thinks much more of their talent than they should. And it takes them a long time to learn things because they think they already know it. They think they're just here to show you what they know. I noticed you called Beyonce's tone whiny. Do you consider her overall sound that way now? Because it's not as nasal. No, and that's the thing, right? I think when it comes to Beyonce, there is kind of a snapshot of her voice that I've retained. You know what I mean? Like, do you have a baby cousin or something like that who, like, I have baby cousins who are like 27, but I just still see them as 8? And so I think with Beyonce, because I was in high school when she came out, we're like 2 years apart, I think. And so I've kind of grown up with her sound. My thought of when I think Beyonce, I think my brain automatically goes to um an earlier version of her. And so when I say whiny, I am definitely thinking of the early 2000s Beyonce, not Beyonce, not Beyonce and 35-year-old Beyonce, because 35-year-old Beyonce definitely has a warmer, darker, richer sound. So yeah, Thank you for making that distinction. Tank didn't give a crap about it. He did not care about his throat when he started that challenge. He didn't. But I care. I care. I love your vocal analysis videos. Oh, thank you so much. I am going to be doing more vocal analysis videos. Oh, hold on. Can you hear me now? Tell me if you can hear me now. Can you hear me? Tell me. Let me know if you can hear me. Somebody called my phone, so it knocked the sound out. There's still no audio. All right. Tell me if the audio is back. If not, I'll just have to start this over. It worked once. Anyways, good marketing. Oh, thank you. But oh my gosh, did we even talk about the fact that I'm doing a free workshop on the 29th? It's on the 29th at 1 p.m. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? It's on the 29th at 1 p.m. I'm going to be doing a workshop. So you guys sign up for that. I think the only place I didn't put it on was YouTube. But every other platform there is a link. If you have access to my link tree, it's there. Okay, great. My sound is back. Perfect. Thank you. No, I have not heard Adele sing To Be Loved. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Jack. Speaking of Adele, oh yeah, no. Thank you. No, somebody called my phone. I'm on Instagram on my phone, and so somebody called, and it just like knocks out the sound whenever somebody calls, and then you have to close it and reopen it in order for the sound to come back through. But I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves this winter. Thank you for giving me the idea to start group classes again. I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves this winter. I can't believe I didn't think of that. I still care. You said Adele's voice is the same, but on 30, she actually tried new things vocally. Okay. I haven't heard it, so I can only anything I would say would be speculation at this point. I have my gut feeling about what it probably sounds like, but I'm not. That's okay. So people on Instagram are saying she sounds the same, and that's what I thought. I mean, her approach is her approach. That's why y'all like her. Come on now, stop it. If you're bored, you should watch Ariana Grande. This, you know what I watch when I'm bored? Okay, let me see something. My voice teacher, who has a master's of voice performance, says my master's in voice performance says my tone reminds him of Donny Hathaway, in that my voice sounds natural, like I'm not trying to sound pretty. Yeah, Donny Hathaway had an amazing voice, and it wasn't because he tried to make it great; it just was, and that's huge. Because Gene Moore is a vocal, I don't even know what to call him, and he sounds like Donny Hathaway to me. So that's a huge compliment. Do I have any personal influences early in your career? I don't know what you mean, like vocal. Of course, number one influence was my top five. When I say top five, I'm talking childhood to teenager. when I started getting serious about vocals, I guess. But first of all, I'm a kid of the 90s. So anybody that was big in the 90s was great, was good for me. We're talking SWV, En Vogue, what was that? Don't walk away, boy. Jade, Shantae Moore, Kelly Price, um, Faith Evans. And then I became a teenager and discovered gospel. And so then it was Karen Clark Sheard, Kim Burrell, um, Yolanda Adams, Mary Mary. Those were my early inspirations. Don't walk away, my love won't hurt you. No, no, don't walk away, boy. Oh, this is who I listen to when I'm really, oh my gosh. Still Here, Tisha Campbell. You guys just look it up on YouTube and look through the comments. It will bless you. It is her burst album vocally. I wasn't saying that to dismiss what you said. I just put it out there. Okay. I don't think you were trying to dismiss me. And I was trying not to dismiss you. Oh, it's her best album vocally. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure who you were talking about either when you said that. Am I a lyric mezzo? Believe it or not, I'm a lyric soprano. I'm like a lyric coloratura. Like I'm a whole rejoice, 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 greatly. Yes. Hi, Miss Cheryl. Coco's voice is insane. Even yeah. The pattern of your wrist remind me of a mix between Karen Clark and Kimber. You know, I do have a certain pattern in my riffs, and I'm trying to figure out where I picked that up from myself. So it very well could be them because they were the first gospel singers I ever really listened to. What did you think about Jennifer Hudson doing all her singing in the Aretha? You know, I didn't watch the Aretha movie, but I figure if they hired Jennifer Hudson, they were not gonna have her lip sync. But that's funny that you seem perturbed that she sang. Y'all are funny. How do I feel about Lauryn Hill? I feel like Lauryn Hill's amazing. I love Lauryn Hill. I think she got better as time went on. I think she got more free vocally. From, you know, with the Fugees. You know, one of my favorite, you know, Lauryn Hill wasn't trying to make her voice sound pretty, so I love the grittiness of it. I think her voice would have sounded different if she would have made those recordings in today's age. There would have just been like a gloss over it that's just not there. Sweetest thing I've ever known was like a kiss on a collarbone. Like I wish I could encapsulate just the romance of that song. Like, ugh. But my voice is just too pretty, too glossed over. Soft caress of happiness, way you walk, your style of dress. You think her music gets boring? I don't. I think she maybe has one or two songs that I always skip. I just can't. I can't take it. But for the most part. Oh my gosh. You know, Lauren, if I remember correctly, she has a degree in English. Like she's a storyteller. That's her thing. She's a writer. So she's like I don't know if you guys know the apologist and pastor Jackie Hill Perry. The way that the finesse that Jackie Hill Perry has with words as a preacher and as a writer, I feel is the same thing that Lauryn Hill has. And maybe only one or two of y'all will understand that comparison I just made, because I don't know if you're into preaching and stuff, but they are both just poets, you know. Ugh. Okay, I had one person that knows Jackie Hill Perry. Jackie Hill Perry is another one who is just so satisfying to listen to. Like, oh my gosh, that girl. Oh, thank you so much. I quit my classical lessons because I really needed to focus on my business, and he was stressing me out. I love him so much, but he was trying to get me into, you know, concert contests and things like that. He's like, we need to get you in competitions. We got to get you roles. We got to get you da 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 da. And I just, I was like, but I got to focus on my business. I don't, the amount of time that I needed to really focus on learning that music, it was just like, okay, I'm not casually doing my business anymore. Like, I'm so into building this thing out right now. I don't have time. Who said they think one person said they thought Lauryn Hill's music was boring. I do think one or two of her songs is worth the skip, but overall I love her music. Have you got into Joyce Rice? No, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Um You so she does. You really got to be into the NKJV knows and the Jackie. Jackie B. She will give it to you straight, and it's like she'll say something you already know, but it'll just be so beautifully worded. Like God is just give like words are her paintbrush. She's just an artist with words. Anyways, why did I stop making YouTube reaction videos? Here's the thing. I never wanted YouTube reaction videos were out for a good 4 years before I ever did a single one, because I don't like getting on hype trains. I hate it. Like, I'm good at what I do. I don't need to gimmick it or anything like that. And that's annoying that that's what people want me to do in order to prove that I'm good at what I do. So I never did the reaction videos. And then people were like, well, if you do the reaction videos, you should do them on this one and this one and this one, because these ones are going to be really popular. And then I did them, and poor little me, black girl, ain't impressed with the Asian person who sounds like me. Now it's a problem. I mean, it was a true reaction. I think the problem with the reaction videos is you have to give the reaction that the fans want you to give. And I didn't. I gave my actual reaction. Like, I didn't watch the video beforehand. I didn't plan anything I said. It was a true reaction. I was like, okay, that was nice. And so there was a problem. And I was just like, this is why I don't get on hype trains. This is why I like talking about who I like to talk about. This is why I like talking about who inspires me. Because then you guys say, oh, talk about my favorite artist. And then you're going to have your feelings hurt because I'm bored. So I am going to be doing analysis videos again, but I'm going to be doing analysis videos on things that excite me. Okay. And that's fine, because I think I have great tastes. I think some of my artists you'll know, some of them you won't know. Some of them you'll be like, why the heck did she cover them? Because I wanted to, not because you wanted me to. So I think that's the happy medium. I enjoyed doing analysis videos when I was covering people I like. Then you guys start showing me y'all little watered down artists, and I'm not interested. She is. Who are your top 10? No, I love the vocal. I prefer vocal analysis videos. And what I think I like is doing kind of a shorter one and then maybe a longer one as a live or something like that. And I do put them on TikTok because right now I'm just kind of making them for TikTok. So they're 3 minutes or less. And then I just put them on Instagram, put it on YouTube. Mm, for the most part, Rashid, unless you're a countertenor or like a tenor with a really high extension, I think you should start listening to more male singers. I think there's a certain style that men sing in. Um, Great singers, I mean, like listen, like a dude like Gene Moore. He's a tenor with a high extension, but he's a tenor. He's a true tenor. I think listening to him, you'll learn a whole lot that you may not learn listening to a female singer. Vocal analysis and review are the same thing, except I think the reaction, they want this wow moment from the person reacting. And if you don't give that, then they feel like they didn't they feel like you didn't give them what they wanted. Gowns, beautiful. This is exactly how I feel watching those reactions. Like, okay. What song on the Miseducation do I sometimes skip? Sometimes I don't really want to hear Zion. I think that's the one. There's no come on. That may be one. I can't even think right now off the top of my head, but there's like one where I'm just like, oh, and then I'll just skip it. Any new? I think a lot of them are vocally talented. To be honest with you, there's so many out there. I don't even know their names. I can't tell the. I don't know the difference between Summer Walker and SZA. If they was walking on the street, I wouldn't even be able to recognize them. I know they're two brown skinned, beautiful women, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't be able to pick them apart in a lineup. I don't know their. I don't know their faces and their names, and it's not because of anything other than I'm just not as plugged in to the scene right now. Saucy laughing at me. I'm being honest. But the vibe right now is no pun intended, a vibe, right? It's all about the vibe right now. It's not about true vocal ability. And it's not to say that the artists today don't have true vocal ability. They do, but the music does not call for them to really flush that out and show that, right? It's more of the kind of Aaliyah vibe happening right now in the industry. And I think, everything is kind of cyclical. I think Aaliyah did something different for her time. And, 20 years later, this generation is picking back up on that vibe. You call it smoke music. Yeah, I always say they sing like they're high. They sing like they're on weed. Everything's just kind of really relaxed and subdued. And I think it's cyclical. The big sound will come back around again. I love Leandria. I do. I love. I think she has a great voice. You know what? I need to. That's the other thing. I don't even know what to watch on TV. Like I don't watch TV. I don't watch Netflix. And so when I do go to watch Netflix, like I'll just watch something like for the first time ever, I watched Survivor. For the first time ever, I watched Hell's Kitchen, and it's been on for what 20 years. This is the first time I sat and watched it, so that's how terrible I am at keeping up with shows. But yes, Harlem. You guys actually, it's my clients that keep me updated. Like you guys keep me in the loop because I don't know what is going on. Ever since I had kids, my life has been about whatever they want to watch. Whitney was still here or not. Yeah. There's a lot of artists that I wouldn't know about if it wasn't for you guys coming to voice lessons saying, Delisa, I want to learn this song. And then because of that, I now know the artist and I know the music. So I appreciate you guys. You know, I'm interested to know how many people have signed up for this Zoom. I'm an old school. Right. You still watching interviews from 2000. I'm still catching up. I had my daughter in 2005, and I feel like ever since then, I've been stuck on Nickelodeon and Disney and the Cartoon Network. I'm still singing. Remember the Backyardigans? My brain is still there. Dun, 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 dun. That's where my brain is. And to the thick of it, to the thick of it. Crazy. But it's the truth. Do you allow your clients when they go into private vocal lessons to choose their own song? Yes, I do allow you to choose your own songs. However, if those songs are not conducive to the learning objectives that we've established, then I'll scrap them, to be totally honest. You know, sometimes people choose songs that are either way too ahead of them or are just bam smack in the middle of what they're good at, which is good to know what you're good at. So it's kind of like, well, this is great. Sing this if you have a showcase coming up in the next week or so. But in order for us to get to the next level, we're going to have to, you know, choose a song that that stretches you some, that you'll have to grow into. Y'all, it's 89 people coming to this class so far. 89 people registered. 89. Ooh, Lord. That was so ugly. I'm so sorry, guys. That's hilarious. Do I think John Legend has areas he can improve on as a singer? Yeah, he can improve that placement thingy he does. But it made him famous, and y'all love it because you imitate it all the time. But, but I think it's a choice. So I don't really think that needs to be an improvement. It's his aesthetic. And, you know, some people will like it, some people won't. Summer tatted down. This is just like a hippie. Gospel is just different, but nobody messes with gospel unless it's popular. Yeah, and by popular you mean like completely crossed over and marketed to the R&B stations as if it's R&B. And there's like only maybe 4 to 5 artists that get that kind of treatment. It's funny to me how the best female vocalists of this generation, are mainly white. You know, it is interesting because the Belters, now y'all tell me if I'm wrong, the Belters are white. Jessie J, Demi, Ariana, they're still belting. They're still hitting the high notes. They're still hitting the money notes. Are we? Black people? That's a point. Now, let me tell you something. I know y'all watched that documentary on Boyz II Men. And how there was the white version of Boyz II Men that came out and stole their thunder. And then Black music kind of pivoted after that. So either way, that is an interesting observation. Thank you for bringing that up. You need to, well, you're bad at choosing songs. I'm pretty good at choosing songs. I kind of know what songs. I have some go-to songs that really work with just kind of getting you from where you are to where you need to be next. You know what I mean? Um, some songs just facilitate growth in certain areas, and they're kind of my go-tos. And based on, your range, your style, and all of that, I could choose those songs. The other thing I do for all of my clients, especially the ones that take hourly lessons, is we do classical pieces. Well, all of them, honestly, 30-minute and 55. Sometimes I don't get to it with my 30-minute clients, but I do classical pieces because I know that that is guaranteed growth. My whole thing is, do you want to grow vocally or do you not? We can come in here and do a sing along all day, but I want you to walk away saying, oh my God, my voice is so much better as a result of going to vocal training. And what's the best way that I can do that? And that's when I start choosing songs. You would like to register for private lessons? Um, hmm. You can. I'm starting in January for the private lessons. If you want to pay in full, you can just go straight to my site, use the code Christmas to get 10% off. If you want to pay in installments, there's 4 payments, January, February, March, April. You'll pay 30 days apart, and I will have to send you a link. So can you please inbox me your email address? Or email me, whichever one you want to do, so that I can send you the email that has that link in there. Can we talk about these young folks sounding like somebody's pastor? I don't know what that means. Kelly Clarkson, yeah, she be singing. I love Jessie J. Yeah, Kelly Clarkson is my generation. She's my age. She gotta be 39, 40. Yeah, Jessie J, I would say is this generation just because she kind of came out in the last decade or so. You're right. Aaliyah had more soul than these girls, and she was a singer about X. This is true. This is true. You're trained and also an academic, so I'm not sure why people were shocked at your reaction. If I could sing like you, I would say great gowns, beautiful down. Exactly. How many kids? Are you asking how many kids I have? I want to make sure you're talking about me because I don't know where the kids came from. No, never found my keys. Never. Never. And I know they're in the house. That's what is just, you know, really irritating about it. They have to be in the house. Because the last time we had them, we opened the door and came in the house. So they're here. But no, never found them. I wish Summer and SZA and all the new acts wouldn't use it so much because the live vocal performances aren't as legendary. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of legendary performances. That's good. You guys don't really have legendary performers. That's my generation, because my generation was around legendary performers and we cared about that. So, send me the email. Thank you so much, and Seth, the official. Email me, delisa@gmail.com, or just go ahead and inbox me your email address so I can send you a price list. Backyardigans was so good. I to this day, I'm like, who was Uniqua? I just want to hug her. She was so good. Who is we? I don't feel like we have Ariana Grande. They have Ariana Grande. This show, Harlem, is probably too risque for you. See, that's probably why I haven't watched it. That's the thing. I don't watch things that my kids could walk in on and they're like, "What's that? I want to cuddle with you and watch." And then just like, forget. Girl, let's go to the kids stuff. Yes, register. For super popular people, I guess, Ariana, there's a lot of middle tier fame good singers too. Like who? Brandy? Yeah. Oh, yeah. But Brandy's not as lazy as they are. I would say Aaliyah just because Aaliyah like almost never tried to belt. Brandy's not she's a if she's laying back like Brandy did a lot of pop. So I don't know if I would say that. I know why you said that in the sense of like Brandy's super smooth and she has nice runs, but I don't think they're as musical as she is. And Brandy comes with a lot of energy, but so did Aaliyah. Aaliyah was a whole dancer. These girls ain't nobody dancing no more. Oh my gosh! If Mariah Carey passed, these people will go crazy. I have never seen Insecure a day in my life. I tried to watch Dear White People. There was a sex scene. Oh, that's off. I just used to have really good climaxes at the end of her records, similar to, but she doesn't do that anymore. Well, she's not Mariah, and she needs to stop trying to be Mariah. So I'm glad she stops. Who are the black singers that are singing? Oh, Jasmine, obviously. Duh. Oh my God. Lettucey is my generation for sure. She's older than actually, Lettucey is like mid 40s. But I see what you're saying. She is out now. Jasmine, absolutely. Flat footed is out singing her contemporary completely. I'm so sorry that my hand keeps going in front of the Tori. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. Mhm. Did you mean to say Kayla or Layla? Layla again is in her 40s. The black singers keep singing about exes and materialism. Kiara Sheard. That girl is 35, 36 years old. I thought we were talking about kids born in the 90s, late 90s at that. Did you like the Mariah song Fall in Love at Christmas? I didn't listen. I'm not proud of that. I just don't be getting around to stuff. Ariana Grande sounds like a chipmunk. Oh my god, she can sing. Come on. Jasmine Sullivan. No, no, no. No, Jasmine. Hey, Tamar is almost 50 years old, but you are right. Tamar is a absolute beast. Tamar is an absolute beast for sure, and has been for a very long time. But the black singers aren't bringing it right. Exactly. People compare Jasmine to Adele. Yeah, so yeah, okay, yeah. Jasmine doesn't have a hello or easy on me. But at the same time, if she did have those songs, she would, how would they market that? Because she's black. Black radio would not want to play that. And she's not white. So white radio wouldn't want to play it either. So there you go. Yes, I can read the YouTube comments. They are Beyonce 2.0. Well, at least vocally. I definitely think that Chloe is creating a sound by herself. All her music sounds the same. For sure. I agree. Kelly Clarkson is an amazing belter. She doesn't need a hello or easy on me when she has. Forever Don't Last is a beast. This is true. Yes. You know what? Avery Wilson and Jonathan McReynolds are amazing singers. Luke James, I feel like I should know how he sounds, but I don't. But I feel like I know his music, but I just never put his name to it. I don't know how Chandler sounds. Go easy on baby. How many kids do I have? I have 3 children. I don't know because I don't really listen to CCM. Like I don't go like, oh, I can only take so much of it. CC is the only person I can just listen to sing CCM and it's like satisfying. Most other people I just can't. It's like I don't like 80s rock music. I can't. This is 80s rock music. That's what this is. I don't care how you flip it. I don't want to hear that. So literally go to an 80s pop station and tell me how that's any different from what CCM has been putting out for the last 10 years. It's the exact same sound. I don't want to hear that. So that's why I don't listen to it. The only person I promise, CC has a way of finessing a song. Her voice is just so beautiful that I can listen to it. And her arrangements and instrumentation always just have so much depth. Right. Jasmine had better hits, but they're not as big as Adele because they didn't have as much money behind them. The industry chooses who's on top. You do know that. It's not by chance. Like they concoct it. They choose and then they let it happen. Just know that. Please. Please know that. I wouldn't say it has no commercial appeal. She has an audience. But you got to remember, Adele has a larger audience because she is white. So white people, because she's mainstream, she's white, she's the majority. White people gonna love her. Jacquees is the king. Okay, ciao. Beyonce can sing, but her catalog is trash. What? This sounds like you're trolling us. Oh my. These are some very strong opinions. Oh my. What in the world? Her voice and delivery is monotonous. Hold on. What makes Adele's music so good? Her voice and delivery is monotonous. Yeah, I feel like if you've heard one Adele song, you've heard them all personally. And it doesn't mean she doesn't have a great voice. I think she does, but there's just no variation. Get into Kate Stewart. I love Mary J. Blige. No Mary J. Blige hate will be tolerated. I have loved her since day one, and I still absolutely love her. And people say that Mary cannot sing, but I just want you to note When people decide to sing karaoke, they are not singing Mary J. Blige songs. You know why? Because they are hard. Try singing them. You don't believe me? Try singing it. Her songs are hard. She's doing like all these crazy, weird scats in there. Her intervals are weird. She's belting super high. I'm like, okay. I do like Janelle Monáe. She has a great voice. Brandy's whole voice can't be touched. So somebody said Brandy's low notes can't be touched. Who do I believe is the greatest female vocalist? It gotta be Jasmine Sullivan. No more. Yes, no more pain, just fine, my life. One of my favorite songs from Mary is My Everything. It's all because of you. I'm never sad and blue. You brighten up my day. Is that it? In your special way, whenever I would try. I don't even know the words. I'm sorry. You are my trusted friend. On you I can depend. Take me away from pain. You bring me paradise. Thank you, Ash. Ashley, I think. Put your loving arms around me. Just how does Jasmine not count? Tamar is old. Y'all don't know how old Tamar is? Let me look up Tamar's age. And I mean this in the best way. I'm gonna look it up right now. Because I'm not even trying to be. She was born in 1977. 44. I mean, she's 44, I think. People born in 77, they 44. She will be 45 this year. You said 56. You're my everything. That's so good, so good, so good, so good. Only you could bring it. You are my, oh, you are everything. Everything is you. $250 million IG followers and can't go platinum. This is true. I don't think she needs to sing in the lower register. I think she needs to learn to sing in the lower register. I think her voice doesn't really shine until she's high. And that's unfortunate. She doesn't know how to place her voice in the lower register. I want to relearn my voice. I'll definitely send an email. I have potential, but I don't want to have potential. Understood. I have not watched The Masked Singer. I'm telling you guys, I had kids and it was downhill from there as far as me knowing anything about pop culture. Put your loving arms around me. You guys need to send me a list of what I need to catch up on. Tamia is one of my favorite singers. She's an inspiration for sure. Her voice is just so pretty. I always just aimed to have a voice that pretty. Always wanted to just have a very pretty voice because of her voice. It was so pretty. Yeah, to me is amazing. Christina was great when she was in her prime. I just wish she would have been a little more, I guess, moderate. I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for, but like she was always, I'm gonna say this metaphorically. Her foot was always so, she would always press the gas. Like, you know, that whole pedal to the metal? It was always so pushed. And I feel like we didn't get to enjoy how beautiful her voice was because she was trying to show us how powerful her voice was. Um, I wish she let us just hear the beauty. And I wish she would have just trusted in the beauty of her voice. I think she would be better off now. Right. She wanted to remind you every chance she got that she could sing. Yeah, and I was like, we know that. We really want to hear you sing, but you don't have to yell and you don't have to do those pseudo Aretha runs. Just stop. Please stop. It just felt very Aretha Franklin-ish, and it felt like the last black person she listened to was Aretha Franklin when she was very little, and it was just kind of going off from memory of what she thought she remembered her sounding like. It was just like, girl, if you're gonna sing like that, keep up with the times. We're not even doing that no more. It don't even sound right. Go visit a black church, go get some black friends, go hang out at some black, you know, open mics. Just like, if you're gonna do it, do it. You know, because there's white women who are doing it. You got your Yebas who are doing it. You got Jessie J who's doing it. You got if you love me, just say so. That girl, can't remember her name right now. They're doing it. You know what I mean? And then you got Christina, who's just like, girl, why? Why can't they sing like white people? I don't think JoJo, that's it. She literally said she played Brandy Never Say Never nonstop to learn riffs and runs for the stripped album. Xtina was doing it, but it was doing her. Well, she needed to play another album and another and another and another because that wasn't enough. And the Never Say Never album didn't even have that many runs on it. That was like Brandy's most tame album. Tanisha Kelly, I do know her. Tanisha Kelly? I think I've heard of a, I think I might know who you're talking about. You know, I as when it comes to cultural appropriation versus cultural appreciation, I'm definitely not one of those people who feels like um if you're not this, you can't do this. Like, I'm not mad at Kanye for making a gospel album. I'm not mad at Snoop Dogg for making a gospel album. How dare they? Are they even really Christian? Like, we gotta be careful of not policing art, right? And who can create art and who has the right to create art. because I'm Black and I was trained in opera. And what gives me the right to want to be a Rosina if I could never really have been in Italy in the 1700s as, you know, a duchess or something like that? What gives me the right to do that? I don't have that heritage. So we have to be careful about policing who does art. I think as artists, though, we have a responsibility to honor the art by doing it as authentically as we can. Um, and there are many white artists who do Black music, Black art, very authentically. Jazz is a Black art. Blues is honestly all American music is rooted in Black. Um, it's Black art because white music was the European sound. It was the classical sound. It was the violins. You know, we brought in the spirituals, which brought in the blues, which brought in the jazz, which brought in the gospel, which brought in ragtime, which, you know, brought in R&B, soul, funk, all of it. So it really is about honoring the music by doing well by it, representing it well. And there are some artists that do that. I think Justin Bieber does R&B well. He understands the R&B artist, and I think as well, when you truly appreciate the culture, it shows because you are in partnership with the culture that um you're in partnership with the culture that this art comes from. You're not just kind of taking the art and then pushing the culture aside. And so I think what you see with artists like JoJo, with artists like Jessie J, um, uh, let's say, well, Tori Kelly is mixed. Um, with Justin Bieber, you see this collaboration. You see this collaboration with Black artists. You see this appreciation for Black people, Black culture, Black struggles, all of that stuff. You see that. And then you have, you know, certain people where you never see that collaboration. Um, Tori's not mixed as in like white, you know, one white parent, one Black parent. I think her dad is a mix. He's Puerto Rican, and so there's a whole mix happening there. Like, yeah, it's like a Jamaican Puerto Rican mix going on. So so I think those are the things that I discern. And when I hear Christina, I don't hear a collaboration with the culture that she is taking from with all those refs and all those runs. And I can hear it because it sounds outdated. It doesn't sound authentic. Puerto Rican ain't a race. Girl, you taught me something. I was saying Puerto Rican and Puerto Ricans are a mixture of races. That was actually the whole sentence that I said, but thank you. I feel like Justin Bieber has the most old school mind. um, this could be true. I've never thought about it, but it's I mean I know it's true to some extent. To me, Tevin Campbell embodies everything Black singing. So, and I dream of you ever since, God. And I built up my confidence, girl, if we. I guess like the vowel sounds and just kind of the lack of some consonants in there, it does lend itself to kind of the more relaxed way that Black people tend to speak, and white people would have to learn that. I could see that. It's all good. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't know them. I don't know them. I probably have heard their music, but I wouldn't be able to be like, oh, that's SZA, just because I'm not that plugged in. Who is Poodle? Okay, guys, I am tired. My voice is tired. And it's Christmas here on the East Coast. It is 12:13 a.m. So it was nice hanging out with you guys. Let me just say again, the free is a cursive singer. I don't get it. I don't get that either. Um, go to my Linktree account. Go to my Linktree link, and you will see the free. Why did you spell my name like that? I really want to know what people go through to spell my name like that. Like you're looking right at it. Like explain to me what makes you say Deelisa? Like while I'm on live and my name is right there as a reference. I want to know. I want to know. Deelisa. Oh, the guy's name is Poodle. Okay. Ugh. I think because people are used to Lisa as a name, that's fine, but you're literally looking at it. It's right there. It's in two places on the screen. It's in literally two places. And I'm sure if you're watching on YouTube, it's also right under the video. I should be like, what's her name? Cleopatra with her blackboard. This right here. Where's my blackboard? I think my daughter took it out, or else I would start writing on it. A Lil Nas X vocal analysis. He sings. Anyways, um, you guys, my free. Make sure you sign up for my free vocal workshop. It's on Wednesday. That's my gift to you guys for Christmas. That's my gift to you guys for Christmas. So make sure you get on that. And of course, if you want to work with me, shoot me an email or, yeah, shoot me an email, especially if you're on YouTube. If you're in other places and you can just inbox me, go ahead and do that. And I will shoot over an email with pricing so we can get you started. You guys did mention a group class. So I'm thinking I'm going to try to start a group class. But if y'all don't sign up, I'm canceling it. I'm canceling it. I will give everybody their money back. Listen, I am quick to give somebody their money back, okay? Don't play with me. If y'all don't sign up, I'll be like, you know what? It's canceled. Here you go. Bye, y'all. Yes, there's a free vocal class December 9th. You would love more genre exploration from Black artists moving forward. Okay, Monica makes a country song, and the country song is amazing. Who's going to play it? Yay, Paris. Who's going to play it? Oh my goodness. If it's good, people will. Vanity. I don't even know what you're talking about. But anyways, I'll see you guys later. No, at this stage in her career, I mean, she can do it if she wants to waste her time. It's not going to be a song that country music is going to play. That's what I'm saying. R&B is going to be stuck playing it. R&B is going to be stuck playing it, and R&B doesn't play country music. So then country, I don't think you understand how racist these institutions are. Country music does not like playing Black people, okay? If they did, there wouldn't have been this huge controversy with Lil Nas X. And I'm sure there's plenty of other Black people who wanted to go into the country genre, but that lane is closed. Don't you see on Country Night, the only Black person there is CeCe Winans? They do not like Black people in their circle. It just is what it is. It is a white circle. So Black people, so they are not going to play her song because they are not going to let her song chart on their charts for her to get their awards. It's a very closed space. And unless you are doing things the Nashville way, they don't want you, because they don't want you ended up getting Grammys over the people that actually really. It's kind of like how gospel people are about gospel music. They're mad when Kanye gets Grammys and American Music Awards in the gospel category because they feel like he's not a gospel artist. Well, he was that day. That's how I feel about it. He was that day and he killed it. So, anyways, but you know, they feel like the ones who really put their blood, sweat, and tears into the genre end up getting overlooked when a person just kind of jumps in real quick with a hit. Or when Beyonce sang at the CMAs both times. K Michelle wants to do country music. I like that about country. If you fake, stay out. Oh my gosh. But that is how they are. Yeah, they just feel like if you're not really a country artist, we're not going to let you just come in and play with our music and then just go somewhere. They're just, yep. Anyways, y'all, have a beautiful night. I hope it should be Christmas in most places. Well, it's not Christmas in Central Time, Mountain Time, or Pacific Time. So we got a couple more time zones to go, but wherever you are, um, for the East Coast and Europe and all the way to New Zealand, in New Zealand, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon right now, probably somewhere in there. It's like 15 hours ahead. But I just want to say, God bless y'all. I hope you have an amazing Christmas day, and I will see you soon. Check out my LinkedIn, my linked. Oh my gosh, what is it called? My link tree for my offerings. Excuse me, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Justin is R&B. What are you talking about?